Hello everyone, my name is Maura and today I'm going to talk about 3 steps to designing a great flip. So believe it or not, design is not something that comes naturally to me. I don't have a natural eye for color and texture, and that is something that I've really had to learn over the past 3 years to become good at flipping houses. And thankfully, I had a really great mentor, my stepmother, who is a professional designer. And she's the one who really walked me through how to design beautiful houses at the beginning when I had just started my company. And so thanks to her, I started to learn and see how certain colors, how certain textures go together. I learned the differences between all the different types of white paint. And so now I feel a lot more confident than I used to in my ability to design a house. And the good news is that it's actually not that difficult to learn the basics of good design. So that's what I want to talk about today. So the first step is working with what you have. So if you are a flipper or you're just getting into flipping, a lot of times we are working with houses that are in really bad condition. They look pretty ugly and they need a lot of work, which is, why we are gonna flip them. However, there are usually always at least some redeeming qualities in a house, in a flip. And an example of this, I'll show a picture, is in a project we did last year. We pretty much completely renovated this house. It was a $100,000 flip. However, in the living room, there were these really beautiful wooden beams, and we decided to keep those. We took down walls and changed almost everything else, but we decided to keep those wooden beams and kind of use those to help inform the color palette and the design for the whole rest of the house. Another common option is to look at the cabinetry that you have throughout the house. And working with what you have will not only help with the design and helping kind of inform an organic design that makes sense for the house, but it's also going to save your budget. So something that we've been doing a lot recently is trying to preserve the existing cabinetry in the kitchen and in the vanities. If we have cabinets that are in good shape, we try to see, is there an option for us to refinish and repaint the cabinets vice replacing them? Because right now lumber costs are really high, so any wood products are really, really expensive. So we try to see if there's a way to save what we have and maybe just give it a facelift and repurpose it. And so far that's actually worked pretty well for us on some of our projects. And I'll try to show some pictures of some cabinets that we've done that with. So working with what you have, that's the first thing. Trying to choose a color palette that works with what you have in the house. That's going to make the most sense for your design and also save your budget. So the second step in designing a great flip is designing with your end buyer in mind. So I personally love colors. I love bright colors. I love a fun wallpaper. But you'll really never see those things in any of the flips that I work on. And the reason is because really bold design choices can alienate some of your buyer base. And for most of us who are flipping houses, the end goal really is to sell and sell quickly. So we found that using neutral color palettes and kind of minimal modern design is what appeals to the broadest audience. And that's what helps us sell our houses the fastest. So right now, if you look at a lot of the houses on our website that we've sold, you'll see a lot of whites, a lot of browns, grays, and blacks. And that might sound boring and maybe ugly on the surface, but it's really not. If you just, there's kind of a beauty in the simplicity of minimalistic design. So, I think we've been able to design some really beautiful houses with just those neutral colors. And they appeal to a lot of buyers, and it gives the end buyer the opportunity to personalize the house more once they buy it. If they want to add an accent wall, if they want to add wallpaper, they're free to do that. And with kind of that neutral base, it gives them a great jumping off point, and a lot of people are able to easily see themselves in the space. So that's my second big step, is using a neutral color palette, and always thinking about the end buyer. Don't think about necessarily what you want to do and what you would like. Try to think about your end buyers and what they want to see in a house. The third step to designing a great flip is creating design templates. So as you do multiple flips and you've been in the business for a little while, you are going to want to develop some design templates. Sorry, that's my dog walking around. But, you know, this takes a lot of work up front. And what do I mean by a design template? I mean putting your color palette together and literally creating a list of all the materials that you use for a house that fits within that template. So, for example, I'll show a little bit of the black and white template for a project that we're doing now. And you'll see our material list. We literally have every single item that we would use in the house listed out, linked, priced, so that if we want to use this template again on another house, it's gonna be so much easier to replicate the design and replicate our success. And in addition to helping with the design process, it's also going to streamline the construction process because we already have our material list built. It's going to make it a lot easier for us to order everything up front, and we'll already know that all these things already go together. You know, the granite matches the flooring, matches the cabinets. We already know it goes together. So I think once you design a flip and you're happy with it, you should try to template that as much as possible so that you can recreate that success. In our company, we have been working on creating 3 main templates that we try to use for the vast majority of our projects. And that might be a little bit boring, but it has really helped us kind of ramp up our production and streamline our operations, and it's something that I would just really recommend if you're trying to increase your volume or get more serious about doing this as a business. Creating those templates for you and your team has really helped us a lot, so I hope that that will help you. And I hope that this video was helpful for anyone who is, you know, a flipper or interested in flipping a house. We would love to hear from you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and also let us know what other topics you would like us to cover in the future. So thank you. Have a great rest of your day, and make sure that you like our video and stay tuned for everything we have coming up in the future. Bye.